Happy Monday. Good morning, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm walking. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. I don't know why I can't hold a tune today. Let's try that one more time. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, and welcome back to the Last Minute Laura morning show. Remember when we used to do that, everybody? That was like last winter times. Sorry, I probably just had a whole bunch of people click off for that reason. Sorry that you have to hear my singing in the mornings, but that's how I feel in the morning. I was a little late this morning because right when I was setting up, I had Hairspray's opening song, Good Morning Baltimore, blaring while I was moving my computer around, and then I accidentally unplugged my computer and I was singing really loud off key, which is why I'm mildly out of breath. Wow, come on, Laura. Singing wildly off key, very loud, and then my computer just shut down. And then I had to tell Alex to turn the song on because I can't just stop halfway through. And then I had to plug the computer back in and restart it. So I had to finish the song even though the computer was ready, the song wasn't over. You understand, I'm sure you understand. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Sid. Hi, Dawn. Good morning, Doxies. Hey, Karen. Good morning, Laura. Rainy days and Mondays. Today here, no rain, beautiful sunshiny day. I believe we're getting 26 degrees today. Oh, 22 and sunny today, so it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm looking a little clownish. These eyebrows to me feel a little bit, they look a little dark today. Let's just chill those out. Maybe it's the red lipstick with the eyebrows. I feel a little clowny. Anyway, it could be the sunburn also. Anyway, good morning. Hi, Elsie. Hi, Luz. Hi, Sid. Excuse me. Whoops. Yeah, pretty much. Good morning, Kayla. Hey, Rebecca. And anybody else here? Dina's here too. Hi, Dina. Good morning. So thank you, Dina. Liked and shared. Yes, don't forget to like the video as you come in, friends. It's helpful for the channel. And I mean, you're already hanging out with me, so you might as well like the scream. You might as well like the scream. Lebo, good morning. Good afternoon for me since it's 2 p.m. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome, nice to have you. While we get started and while everybody sort of files in this morning, I'm actually going to take my tulips and I'm going to give them a little bit of a trim because I've had them now several days and I don't care for this long vase for them because I feel like the bouquet itself is too small for how big the vase is. So I'm going to just transfer these into a shorter vase because I still really like them. I even got my water ready. I'm like prepared for the stream today, you guys. That's not true. I'm never prepared for anything. Last minute Laura to the rescue. Sorry, I'm just filling up a glass vase thing. This actually used to be a container for a candle. Save your glass containers from your fancy candles. You can wash them out and then you have really nice thingamabobs. Ooh. Whew, big yawn. Liked and shared. Thank you, Karen. Water and coffee this morning. I have tea and fuzzy peaches because I had cereal for breakfast. I'm cleaning up the living room this morning. Well done, Rebecca. I vacuumed the floor in this room and Alex went out on the weekend on Saturday to do some stuff at the junkyard, so I vacuumed the whole house. I vacuumed all of our hard floors. Okay, as far as keeping a chicken inside, for those of you that are new here, I have like many chickens in my house. Like probably like maybe, I won't say I have too many, but I'm edging on I have just about the right amount of chickens to be inside the house. If you're somebody who doesn't like animals in your home, you won't like having chickens in your home because they are dusty. They're not stinky so bad because the wood shavings, it makes everything smell like building, you know what I mean? Like pine building equipment. So it just smells like there's construction going on in our house. But oh my gosh, it's frustrating because it's very dusty. Wood shavings are very dusty. They just sort of run around and like dig through the shavings. So I'm pretty excited for it to be warm enough for all of them to go outside. That being said, as someone who is complaining about having baby chickens in my house, I did put another batch into the incubator yesterday. I know I said, like, I think I've had enough chickens inside for now, but I changed my mind already. So I put in 15 eggs. 3, 6, 9, 12. 15 eggs. Or 12 eggs. It's either 3, 6, 9, 12 or 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I'm not sure. I'll have to count. I put in a whole bunch of eggs yesterday because I figured in 3 weeks these guys will be outside and then there will be there won't be any. It's like, you see how it makes sense? Do you see how that like works? These guys will be outside, the big kids will be, everyone will be gone. It'll be like I don't have any baby chickens. I don't need you to side with me. I believe what I'm doing is the right decision. That being said, I do have several people who are interested in specific birds. Like they've asked if I will have like more of Diane's babies. So I put more of Diane's babies inside. Sorry, I just have to decide how long to cut these stems. I'm thinking about that long. Is this not a pretty tulip? Look at that frilled, ruffled edge. So nice. I went and collected everything tulip-wise because it's the last week for tulips, really. Look at this beautiful color. This is like the color of my wedding in my heart. This is the color of my wedding. It's not the color of all the flowers at my wedding, but it is like the overall energy. If you attend my wedding, please know that pale purple pink, pale fuchsia, muted fuchsia, and whatever you would call this. Is that not just, look at, no, not me, camera. Look at this tulip. Wow. That's how I feel about that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I put in some chicks. We're having more chicks. Get over it. It's just what's happening. I told Alex and he was like, okay, that's good. Also, you want to know some fun news? Tomorrow, Alex and I have been together for 10 years. A decade. Tomorrow is our 1 decade anniversary. It is our second pandemic anniversary, but tomorrow is our 10-year anniversary, May 18th, 2011. We started dating. We went to Montreal on like a date. We like made out and took a picture. There's proof of that event. Our first photograph together was that weekend, I believe. And then I went home to visit my parents for May 2-4 weekend. And I came back and I was no longer single. I would call that sunset. Isn't it magical though? I feel like it's like better than sunset. Sunset doesn't give me all the vibes that this flower does. If you know what I mean. Happy anniversary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sid. I appreciate that. I finally figured out what to get Alex for our anniversary. I'm not even going to tell you when I bought it because you're going to be like, wow, it's not like your 10-year anniversary snuck up on you, Laura. How did you manage to wait until the actual very last minute? You're very lucky that shipping was on your side this time, Laura. That's what I was saying to myself last night. I was like, honestly, the world has been on my side, but sometimes it's like I kind of deserve to be smacked. You know what I mean? And then when I deserve to be smacked, like in situations where our 10-year anniversary has been coming up, we know the date, it's not a surprise. Like, it's not like I can be like, oh, I just lost track of time. Like, it's always was going to be on May 18th. Anyway, then when I was shopping, somehow the shipping was going to allow it to come on time. And I was like, honestly, I kind of deserve for it to not arrive on time. I ordered late enough that it's kind of, like, it's not teaching me my lesson. You know what I mean? Not that I want the lesson to be taught to me. I'm just saying, like, if it wasn't me going through this and someone was like, yeah, and it all worked out fine. I was thoughtless and last minute and it all worked out fine. I'd be like, really? It's kind of rude. But it's all going to work out fine. So just so you know, everything's going to be fine. We're going to have sushi for dinner because we love sushi. We're going to have romance, maybe. I mean, we'll probably work in the garden all day, so I'm guessing we're probably going to, like, go to bed early and, like, be old, but that's not really new for us, so I think that that'll just be great, in my opinion. I fudged up this bouquet, so it's no longer a pretty bouquet, but it's still pretty because if you put flowers en masse in any location, I think it's pretty. Even if it's ugly, it's always pretty. Fresh flowers are never the wrong answer. To any question, if you answer fresh flowers, you're not going to be wrong. You know how like when you're a kid, well, if you went to a Christian school, they were always like, Jesus is the answer. So then there was always a kid in math who they'd be like, so the square root of 64 is, and then someone would go, Jesus, and everyone would go, ha ha, because Jesus is always the answer. Did anybody else go to a Catholic school? Was that just a me experience? Jesus is always the answer. Well, same thing with fresh flowers. Fresh flowers are always the answer. Did you do something good? Buy fresh flowers. Did you do something bad? Buy fresh flowers. Are you having people over? Buy fresh flowers. Do you never want people in your home? Buy fresh flowers. Did someone get born? Fresh flowers. Did someone die? Fresh flowers. Celebrate. Fresh flowers. You got fired? Fresh flowers, you know? Check these out. Look at these beautiful, congrats. Looks like a wedding thing. Look at me, Martha Stewart. Okay, where are we gonna put you? You smell nice. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day is like an open door. Don't copyright me, Disney or whoever owns Hairspray. Let me see. Luz says bye. Oh, bye, Luz. Didn't see. Sid, I think old people romance is kind of more romantic, honestly. The established relationship vibes are awesome. Although, when you've had the established relationship for long enough, you have, like, moments here and there where you're like, oh, remember when you were so excited to kiss someone that you were nervous about kissing them? Like, now, like, Alex is, like, an extension of myself. I feel complete comfort around him, like, all the time. But do you remember when it was like, I don't know, like when I would be nervous for him to see me and be like, I hope he thinks I look nice. Now I'll be like, do you think I look nice? Like we have communication now. The excitement of not knowing the communication style of your partner, you know, before it is a bad idea. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, good. You are way cooler than Martha Stewart. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Maddie, did you eat bacon and eggs this morning? Actually, made bacon and eggs for breakfast. Madeline, Maddie, that's awesome. I did not have bacon and eggs for breakfast. I have not had eggs now. That's a lie. I had eggs yesterday. I made egg salad sandwich to bring to my grandpa's for supper last night. I called in the morning and I said, what's your vibe? I can make whatever you want. And he said, I don't know. And then I was like, do you want hamburgers? Do you want spaghetti? Do you want something like that? Or do you want egg salad sandwiches? And he said, I want egg salad sandwiches, but it needs to have black pepper and it needs to have cut up onions. And I was like, you got it, dude. So I made some egg salad sandwiches with, like, I think this is a sunburn, not incorrectly applied makeup. Just in case you were looking at this screen and being like, this girl's got blotchy skin. I think I do. I think my skin is blotchy. I don't think that that's my cream blush. It could be. So anyway, yeah, so we had egg salad sandwiches for dinner, which was awesome. And oh, I filmed an amazing vlog. I can't wait for you guys to see it. This week's vlog, right now, it's 2 hours long, and that's after the first edit. So I'm gonna bring it down to under an hour. Like, I'm thinking probably 35, 40 minutes long is how long I'll make. How long is too long for a farm vlog? Like, I watch Roots and Refuge and, like, Justin Rhodes and Elliot Homestead. Elliot Homestead, she always keeps hers under 15 minutes, but, like, the other two, when they're doing, like, farm vlogs, it's a while. Like, 40 minutes seems like okay. But what do you guys think? Do you think 40 minutes for me showing you the animals and plants is too long? I know that you guys hang out with me for like 2 hours, 3 times a week, but like is a vlog that's an hour long too long? Yeah, anyway, right now it's 2 hours of footage. Alex and I went for a 2-hour long hike and we didn't film the whole thing, thank God. Halfway through the hike, I realized Alex was filming like long ass clips, excuse my language, but really like 5-minute long clips, and editing a 10-second clip of me saying, look, here's a trout lily. Easy for me to edit. Editing a 4-minute long clip of like walking around the forest is like my personal hell, because you have to decide what is important and what isn't. Whereas if you only film for 10 seconds, you know that that 10 seconds was an intentional filming. Whereas Alex likes the candid nature of like walking and filming, but for me, that's not relevant to the vlog. Like I can't put in 30 seconds of us walking 11 times. No one cares. Like one time of us walking is one thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like many. So I had to like stop Alex and be like, if you're going to help me film, I want just the part we're filming and then cut, because I have to edit all of this after. So just the footage was like 2.5 hours long, and that's with like the cuts. So I love you, Alex, but I wanted to also shake him at some points during the hike. But we went for a 2-hour-long hike. I show off so many cool kinds of plants that we found in the forest. I found animals to show you. There's amazing sounds and beautiful plants, and I identify a whole bunch of plants, edible ones, not edible ones. It was really fun. Alex needs to make walking through the woods to fall asleep ASMR videos. Just him holding the camera walking. Do you know how many clips I have of that? Just Alex's feet and the 3 feet in front of his feet. I have like probably like 10 minutes of just that happening. And I know that in certain contexts, very useful footage, but in the context of I need to get a vlog cut together from that one day, not useful for Laura. We also did a full garden tour of all of our gardens. I pointed out everything I've planted. I show all the seedlings. So we did a garden tour. We feed the chickens. I did a handmade bushcraft tea. So it's got wild violets, mint, raspberry leaves, and chamomile from last year. So I made a new tea for the vlog. What else did I do? I did a lot. The vlog it's like a lot of quantity of like activities. I decided the fun thing about this vlog for me is that I also plan a Saturday. So it's like, instead of just like, let's see what happens, I'm like thinking, well, like I would like to show off this aspect of our life, so I guess I'll do that job on Saturday instead of on Friday, like that sort of thing. Depending on the time, I'll do sections if need be. That's how I do too, Dina. When I'm watching a really long vlog, I'll just like pause and leave, go do a job, and then come back and put it back on. Usually when I'm watching vlogs, I'm doing something. Like I'll be getting ready to vacuum, so I'll be like cleaning up the area before I vacuum while I watch a vlog. Oh, have a good time, Maddie. Thanks for coming. Split the tea video into its own. The tea video isn't long enough. It kind of is peppered throughout the vlog, if that makes sense. It's not really like, let's sit down and make tea. It's like, we're going to do this. Let's also pick some mint. We're also doing this. I picked violet yesterday. Like it kind of fits into the vlog, Laura. I get what you mean. And I think that could make a good tutorial video. Like, let's go to the forest and forage for some ingredients for tea. But I don't think for this time it'll work. Hi, Nazia. Good morning. Nice to see you. I don't mind 2 hours. Anything more than 3 hours is too much for me. Yeah, usually I feel like the streams and vlogs I watch, I think 2 hours is where I tap out usually too. Good morning, Candace. I had your strawberry jam yesterday. We got like sliced French bread, you know, the fresh, soft bread, but it's like a big loaf. We got that, and I made toast and had toast with jam last night. I have to start having tea again. Tea is good. I love tea. I usually watch yours and snuggle and stim because I don't want to miss anything. Aw. You're nice, thanks. I just don't have the attention span to sit and watch anything. The only way I can retain information is if there's more than one thing going on. I can't sit and watch like a movie easily and be like expected to remember. I need to be doing two things. So like if I am watching a vlog, I'm either also working in my bullet journal, or I'm on my phone, or I'm like, I have to be doing something else that engages my brain, or else I just sit there like I can't. I need to like overstimulate my brain to avoid thoughts, you know. Love the thunder shirt. Thank you. This is from Alex's and my old vlog channel, Laura and Alex. I drew this. This is an old t-shirt now. This used to be like fully colored, and now it's like barely even yellow anymore, but I love it too. Thank you. Understandable, thank you. Doxy, I just opened my first video, was able to do it all in one take of 15 minutes. Oh my god, good job. Not a chance for me to do one take videos. I just say things and then I'm like, I didn't even know where that sentence came from. Let's try that again. It just never goes well. Candace, my sister gets migraines. They're horrible. Oh, Candace, are you having a migraine? Sorry for being late. Recuperating from migraines. 5 for the month so far. That's too many. That's too many migraines. Considering I've had 0 migraines ever, 5 in a month, too many. Also, our neighbors came over yesterday, just to the backyard. They didn't come close or anything. They just saw the baby chickens. And when they came over, they were like, do you have like more than one rooster? And I was like, uh-oh. No, why? And they were like, wow, he's loud. And I was like, oh no, do you hate him? And I was like, do we need to get rid of him? Like, what's going on? And she was like, no, we just close our window when we want to sleep in. And I was like, oh god, he's in a coop doing his like cock-a-doodle-doo. I didn't know how loud. Like, I know we can hear him from inside our house, but like the coop is like 50 feet from our house. For them, it's like hundreds and hundreds of feet from their house. So his sound carries. Now we know. I did tell them if it bothers them to let me know. So far, so good. Good morning, V. Nice to see you this morning. Laura, my husband mocks me because he says I never watch movies when I'm watching a movie. Yeah, well, I'll be doing something and Alex will be like, do you want me to pause or do you not want to watch this? And I'm like, I'm having a great time. What do you mean? I just also need to be making a list on my phone. I just also need to be shopping for seeds. I just also need to be crocheting. I also need to be writing in my bullet journal. Just let me do a couple of activities at a time. Don't you worry. It's nothing to do with you. It's just the way my brain has to do. Speaking of tea, Maya says, what's a good tea to start making someone who hasn't learned to like the taste of it yet? I want to find ways to make it taste good to me. Well, Maya, do you specifically want to drink black tea? Like you want to drink black tea with caffeine? Like how when people say like, I'd like a tea, please, what you will get at the restaurant? Because if that's not what you mean, if you just mean like you want to be somebody who drinks tea, tea is literally like any plant steeped in water, really. So you can find a tea that isn't tea. Oh, if you're not looking for caffeine, then there's tons of options. You can do peppermint tea, which is technically all of the herbal teas aren't really tea, right? Like tea is a specific plant, tea leaves. What I'm trying to say, come on Laura, pull it together, is you could do like mint leaves or chamomile blossoms or rose hips, which are like the fruit from a rose plant, or rose petals. You can find edible things that are sweet and you can mix them together to make up a new tea. Like it doesn't need to be, tea is literally like vegetable soup, but it's vegetables that aren't savory. Kind of, if you think about it. Tea is just a vegetable broth, but you pick very specific vegetables for it. So you could pick the tea plant, like tea leaves, green tea, or you could pick mint, and now you've made mint soup, technically. If you want to be technical, tea is just vegetable soup. I actually do the same thing at home, Sid said. The only time I just sit and watch a movie is in the theater. Otherwise, I'm usually working on a project or I get distracted after about 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Same. Holy crap, Candace says. It's summer this week. I want a longer spring. Is it really summer this week, or do you mean the temperature is summer this week? Isn't summer June 21st? Isn't that when summer starts? Pine needle tea is amazing. There you go, pine needle tea. You can do sumac tea, you can do dandelion tea, you can do basil tea, mint tea, chamomile tea, you can do a sage rosehip tea, you can do lemon rind and thyme tea. There's tons of tea options that are completely not tea. Ooh, that would be very aromatic. Well, yeah, that's what's awesome about it, honestly. You can just make anything and add hot water, and then you're like, now it's tea, as long as it's not a poison plant. I think I'm going to start a garden where I can make my own teas with what I grow. Doxies, well, you should definitely watch the channel this summer then, because my garden is going to be insane for edible things. I've got calendula and chamomile and like 6 types of mint, like 6 types of basil, 4 or 5 types of sage, 4 or 5 types of thyme, and what's another? Nasturtiums for days, lots of wild roses, lots of wild raspberries and black raspberries. So there's going to be, oh, and I have lemon balm, and I have, what's the other one? Citronella. So I've got lots of weird plants that I'm going to be making into teas this summer. Meteorological summer. Words. Meteorological summer is June 21st. Pagan solar summer starts Beltane May 1st. 6th solar. Really? May 6th is a thing for the solar thing? Yay. And June 21st is midsummer. Very good. Thank you. Thanks for the science. That makes sense. I want to learn how to make tea lattes. They sound yummy. Tea lattes, you need something to whip milk. That's literally it. If you can make your milk frothy, you can get a milk frother. I wouldn't recommend a milk frother. They're like super weak for what they are. I would get one of the kind where it's like a push frother. But yeah, push frother, which is like a slap chop, but it makes frothy milk. Well, our temps is making it summer for us. I'll take it. I mean, I'd appreciate if we could get one day of heavy rain, because I'm pretty sure I've used up like half of our water for the month in the last week watering my gardens, because I put in a bunch of seeds. I would really appreciate if a good rain could fall so that I don't have to water the garden for a couple days. That'd be super. I also make teas from essential oils. I don't consume essential oils. From what I understand, they're not good for you. Like, I understand, like, they smell good, but I don't think, because you would never come into contact with that quantity of the oil from what I've, like, the media I've consumed. So that's things I've read, things I've watched, that sort of thing. Obviously, I'm not an educated person in any of this stuff. I use essential oils for the smell. Like, I'll put lavender oil on my wrists if I can't sleep, like that kind of thing. I used to use a diffuser, but then I found out there were certain ones that were poisonous for pets, and they're all the ones I like the best. So I can't use them. But essential oils for tea, they can't be distilled, they can't be dissolved in water. So there's no way to like dissolve it unless you dissolve it in a carrier oil, but then you'd have to drink like a pretty good quantity of another type of oil in order to make the essential oil safe. Like, you can't like mix 4 drops of oil into like a cup of water and think that it's like it doesn't dissolve because it's fat, right? Sid, don't ingest essential oils. They can be super dangerous. They are for aromatherapy. Okay, well, there you go. I just, from what I understood, it was that they can't be dissolved safely. You can't drink them all, of course. Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, like, yeah, I'm sure there are ones that aren't poisonous. I'm just thinking, like, you can't dissolve it so it's hitting whatever it is hitting on the inside of you in concentrations. But it's true, I've seen other people make like lemonades with essential oils. I just never did, because in my head I was like, oil doesn't mix with water. It doesn't make sense. But you do you. If it works for you and it doesn't make you sick, I'm happy for you. But also, be careful. Mint essential oil can literally burn the tissue of your throat. Well, it's because you wouldn't come into contact with mint in that concentration, right? Like, that's the problem with not the problem, but the problem with essential oils is that, yes, you can come in contact with lemon oil, but you wouldn't come in contact with it as such a concentrated form, like our human self. I heard consuming oils in my mind went straight to cod liver oil. Ew, I have omega 369 and it's some fish. I don't know. Salmon, cod liver, herring, who knows? It's some kind of fish, and it's an oil, and it's in a tablet that I take, and it's a huge pill. Like, I think I have my... No, it's not here. I thought I had my pill container here. So it's too concentrated. You're not meant to ingest them. If you want to ingest them, make a tincture in glycerin or vodka. Ew, I was watching someone do that yesterday with lilac, making a tincture in glycerin, and just the texture of glycerin when being poured made me nauseous. I don't think I could use glycerin for anything, because when watching her pour glycerin onto lilac, I was like, ugh, ugh. It's just got a texture that made it feel like it would feel bad going in your throat. You know? Good morning, V. I heard consuming oils. Oh, sorry, I said hi to you already. Castor oil. Oh, my mom's growing castor bean plants this summer. They are very toxic to dogs. Do not, like, eat them. Hey, Beck. But they are beautiful, big, tropical-looking plants. I'm going to see if I can finagle my way to get one. Hello, so exciting. This is the first time I've been able to do time watching a live stream from Australia. Well, welcome, Beck. I'm glad you're here. Welcome from Australia. Yeah, I don't know if they use a thinner version or what. I don't know. It grosses me out. Glycerin grosses me out. That's that. We used glycerin for making bubbles for kids back in the day. I don't know what it is. I just know that glycerin looks like something that makes me gag. Like, can you imagine having to swallow a cup of glycerin? That would be my torture. If someone wanted to torture me, it would be making me swallow something the texture of glycerin. Go look it up. Glycerin liquid. It's like glue, but clear. No, not for Laura. Castor oil will give you diarrhea. Thank you very much. Good to know. The castor plants are poisonous, so that makes sense that castor oil would give you diarrhea, because it's from the castor plant, which is poisonous. But beautiful. Poisonous, but beautiful. And it grows like a bean. Oh, also, a whole bunch of my flowers came up yesterday. A whole bunch of my seedlings came up in my trays. None of the ones in the ground have come up yet. But I am pretty excited because if the ones in the trays are coming up, I planted those the same day or the day before or after I planted the ones in the ground. So the ones in the ground should come up anytime. And for those of you that have not been here yet, this is what my plants are going to be like. Castor beans are used to commit murder. Are castor beans where you get ricin? It has its uses, but it should be used carefully and with medicinal research involved. Hold on. V, that explains a lot. As children were made to take castor oil or cod liver oil, they said we won't get sick. I feel like we were tortured. Honestly, I think that about echinacea too. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my mom and dad, when you'd start getting sick or in the sickness season, if someone we had a family of 6, 4 kids and 2 adults. When one person would get sick, everybody would have to take echinacea because it was an immune boosting blah. And we had this literal poison. Like, I don't know why it had to be the most poisonous tasting thing. It wasn't poison, obviously, but it was an echinacea tincture. And like, now I understand as an adult, I probably was tasting the alcohol in the tincture, so that was the burning, and then the echinacea flavor was probably just bitter. I haven't tasted it as an adult. I don't even know if they sell it that way anymore, because like, why was it even being sold? Anyway, it was this thing, and it had a dripper, and we had to have like a half a teaspoon of this, and it was the color of molasses, like dark brown, but it was like a thin oil, I want to say. It wasn't oil, but when you swallowed it, it didn't disappear right away. You know what I mean? Like, it was like how a cough syrup, if you just take cough syrup, you're like, now I'm disgusted for 30 minutes because there's cough syrup. Flavor, it was like that. Like, it would make your whole face like, ugh. It was an awful flavor, and it was an awful thing. And now, as an adult who had to do statistical analysis classes, echinacea has no statistically significant benefits. It's literally a placebo. Like, we had this poison every time somebody got sick, or if we were all sick, but it does not do anything. There were like papers and papers that it's like, it's just an herbal remedy, but it doesn't have, yes, it has good, maybe some minerals. It's not going to help. It's like vitamin C. It's not going to help. Vitamin C will help. Echinacea, not going to help. There's literally like no thing to back it up. The only backing up, the studies that like back up that echinacea is like really good, they're like studies with 47 people. Like, they're not studies, the studies that have thousands of people all say that echinacea is like null. It just doesn't really matter. Like, it's not going to hurt you, but you're paying money for like yucky tasting water. That's what that is. So, sorry to burst your bubble, Dad. My dad still takes echinacea literally every time he gets sick. He takes it as a pill now, because now you can take it as a pill. That wasn't available to me as a child. It was poison-flavored alcohol tincture, but now you can have it as a pill, and he still does. Castor beans equals ricin. Thank you. Now I know. Well, I knew that. Thanks, Breaking Bad. You can buy that. Yep, we sell that at my work. It's gross. You literally just steep the plant in vodka for a couple of weeks and you've made a tincture. That's how you should ingest plants. Please, please, please don't drink essential oils, please. Same for homeopathy. I'm cool if I just never have to eat echinacea again. like, I'm saying this as someone who has never been pregnant or had a child. I know that that, like, makes you crazy. No offense to people who have been pregnant or have had children, but, like, if I had a child and they weren't feeling well and someone was like, this isn't toxic and it'll help, I'd probably be like, okay, just make him stop hurting, you know? Or if I was pregnant and they were like, this'll help and it's not poison, I'd be like, I love both of those things. So I get it. But I also, when I told my dad that after I had found out, I was like, you know, it's not a thing. He was like, I choose to think it is. And I was like, that's literally how the world is on fire. That's why the world is on fire. Because people go, oh, knowledge and facts? Thanks. My sister used to take the capsules of it when I was a kid. Yeah, because it's like a thing. But it's not, it doesn't do it, it's not real. It's good for the bees, it's good for the birds, it's probably good for natural dye. But as far as like fixing your immune system, but at the same time, I get how a tincture made from the local flowers that you grew that summer could have benefits. I just think that if I'm going to the pharmacy and buying Jameson echinacea, none of the benefits that I would get from making my own tincture would be there. Like, I'm thinking like 1500 years ago, somebody in their cottage garden collecting the echinacea flowers from that year. The bees did really, the honey this year was amazing. Let's make a tincture from the flowers because the honey, you know what I mean? Like, I can see how you could get to the point of going, echinacea must be good for me because all these reasons. But nowadays, it's like the echinacea that you'd be buying from a pharmacy brand it's not going to have your local pollen or whatever. You know what I mean? Like honey that is local honey can help with the symptoms of allergies. Even Alex's allergist told him that, and his, what's that guy's, is he a dermatologist? I think he's a dermatology specialist in atopic dermatitis. But anyway, this specialist said the same thing. Start eating local honey in February, March, and it can help you have less symptoms than you did the year before. But it has to be local honey because it's your body getting like tough against local flowers. So then when those local flowers come, your body already has like a way to keep yourself safe. But when you go and buy like the honey in the container that looks like a bumblebee, like that's not the same stuff. It tastes like honey, but it's not going to give you those benefits that you're getting from local honey. Same idea is what I think for like tinctures. If I'm going to make a tincture, if I'm going to ingest a tincture, I feel like that I would have to make it. Because it would have to be from something near me. For like the benefits that you get from all these things, I don't feel like you'd get those benefits from something that wasn't from your local zone. Because like plant things, when you're trying to be, like, I don't know, that's how I feel. I have no idea. Grow echinacea flowers for the butterflies instead. Exactly, they love it. Something I'm very excited about, several of the flower varieties that I planted, one of the zinnias, a pumila mix, pumila mix, is a hummingbird attractor, and so are bachelor's buttons. So I'm hoping, sleeping birds, this is what they do. Do you see how this bird is on its side and kicking wood chips all over their back? It's like them practicing how to do dust baths. Honey is good for you, hun. That's a fact, Karen. Sid, a lot of big co-op honey is highly adulterated too, because there's a black market for everything. Well, yeah, and also like if you're going to sell something en masse, you have to know that it's like when I say safe, I mean like dead. You know what I mean? Like clean, like bleached, like whatever that safe, clean, dead is. Versus like if you go to your local farmer's market and you get some honey, it's gonna be fine. But it's probably gonna, if you looked under a microscope, there's probably like little bits of like stick. You know what I mean? Like stuff. Versus like the stuff at the store, it's been triple filtered and pasteurized and blah, blah, blah. And I know that's good for certain things like milk. I wouldn't want to buy milk that came from somewhere that I don't know that wasn't pasteurized. But milk from your cow that you milked this morning is gonna be better. I don't know. I don't have a cow. I don't really drink milk. Although we bought milk yesterday because it was on 50% off when we were going to the grocery store to pick up bread. And I bought milk because it was like $4 milk, 2% cow milk. I'm probably going to have like diarrhea all day today. So there's TMI, but I'm not going to do well drinking the milk because I had cereal with milk in it and I have tea with milk in it. But worth it because I have not had milk in a long time and it tastes like ice cream melted. When you've been drinking like unsweetened cashew milk for like months and months and months and months, and then you switch back to like 2% cow's milk, it tastes like you're drinking like a milkshake, like a sweetened beverage. Is there sugar added to milk? Because it is a sweet beverage. What's the country that was so clean they made people literally eat dirt capsules? Imagine? I don't know. That's like post-apocalypse sounding. We live in a, like when everything's like an iPhone, you know what I mean? Like when the whole world looks like an iPhone in those future movies, like the buildings are somehow made of iPhone. That, I feel like they need the dirt capsules. That's so funny. I've never heard of that, Melanie. Also, thank you for joining my Patreon. I noticed your name. Thank you. Hey, Keely, good morning. Actually, this is a good time for me to say thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to all of my patrons. I love you guys. These are all of my patrons listed on the screen. My eggs, my Thunder Buddies, and my LML flock. Dave, my #1 supporter on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting me. Really appreciate you guys. And we've got a good chunk of people now, so I really appreciate it. If you're somebody who likes to support people on Patreon, please, please check my links in the description. No, it's real. 1 second. Oh, it is real that they had to give people dirt to eat? Well, there you go. A hummingbird landed on my friend's hand. Oh my gosh, that's like my dream. I think hummingbirds are magical. Sorry about the internet, by the way. If it's got any lag, it's, I don't know what happened. It's done it a few times. I have done my research example. You can use 1 drop of bergamot oil and at least 4 ounces of water so to make Earl Grey tea from regular tea. Add 1 drop of bergamot. Oh, because that's what's in it anyway, right? Although, no offense, Laura, but like, who would want to make Earl Grey tea? That stuff tastes like poison! But at the same time, I get what you're saying. But also, ew, Earl Grey tea. But also, no judgment, you enjoy your Earl Grey tea. But also, it tastes like Fruit Loops and poison. When I drink Earl Grey tea, I'm like, why does it taste like Fruit Loop cereal mixed with poison and soap? There's just too many things that to me do not flavor like tea. I taste it and I'm like, somebody put... You know what? It's probably that there's bergamot oil in it, like essential oil, and I smell that as like a soapy smell, you know? I love Earl Grey tea. Well, you go ahead. You guys can have it. I don't want any of it. I just want my black tea and my herbal teas. Melanie and Keely, hi. Hi, Dina. Oh, Dina, I already said hi, but also hi. Hold on. We're waiting on Melanie to give us this country where they eat dirt. I also love coffee. I love the smell of coffee. So nasty. Candace, it's because you and I are twinsies that we both know that it's nasty. You probably hate Lady Grey tea too. I do not like... I do not. You're right. It's not... Oh, it's an extract. Interesting. I love dandelion root tea. I have chicory root that I have not yet eaten any of for tea. But you know what I do have for that's definitely tasty? I have fuzzy peaches. We were at the grocery store yesterday and I was like, it's Sunday. I deserve fuzzy peaches. Also, these guys went outside for the first time yesterday and had like a couple hours outside. Alex took a nap on a chair outside and they just stayed under his legs. He had his legs up on another chair and they just stayed under there. It was very cute. Very cute. Very nice. But for my teas that I'm growing for my teas this year, I'm going to dry out the nasturtium petals or the nasturtium flowers. Apparently they can have a little bit of a peppery taste. So I thought if I do a mint, like a peppermint tea, wouldn't it be nice to add some nasturtium blossoms in it? Because then if it adds a little bit of a pepperiness, then it would be like a little bit of a spicy mint tea. And it would have some colors in it. So if I can use just red flowers, I can make it like, you know, look like it's a spicy tea. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What do you think? Also, I still have about, what was that, the business Costco girl? You should see the bulk size Buenos and Nutellas. Oh my god, no, I can't, or I'll eat it all, Candace. I will eat it all. Although Buenos, bulk Buenos, I would love that. Oh, extra off today. I read that as Lady Gaga. I'm like, what? She has a tea out? What flavor is Lady Gaga's tea? Is it like a Gwyneth Paltrow tea? Sid, when you finish a sweater and you know you're going to end up taking it out and it just kind of hurts. I'm not like that. I keep everything. And if it doesn't look right, I'll start a new one. I'm not pulling it. I'm not doing that. I love you, but I can't do it. By the way, I need more help with the gardens because I have 3 garden plots that are like large, and I've planted all of my flowers already, but I have like probably 3 10x10 spaces to plant vegetables in still. Like, I've already planted all my flowers that I need, so I still have 10x10 in each of my garden plots where I don't have anything planted. I took one of my mom's Cherokee purples on Saturday. I went to my mom and dad's to drop off a few things with Alex. And when we were there, I took home a Cherokee purple tomato. It's like a big, slicing, amazing, going to make oatmeal BRB. Sounds good, Sid. It's like a big slicing tomato, a beefsteak, but it's kind of purpley. Like, it's more like dark red, but still, it's not like a purple one. Potatoes, but Karen, I feel like potatoes are just not enough bang for my buck. Like, for me to grow potatoes, I would need to have some really good reason, because it's like, it's such a big amount of space and a big amount of water for potatoes, which go on sale for like $1 for a 10-pound bag at the end of the season here, you know? So that's, I agree with you, like, sweet potatoes sounds fun, sounds fun, some of those really cool, like, melon varieties, but, like, I don't know. What do you think? What else do you think I could do instead? I planted all of my snapdragons and some nasturtiums. V, that's awesome. I'm excited to see what yours turns out like. I love seeing the updates. I'm really excited for that Alaskan dwarf nasturtium. It's a variegated variety, and I'm really excited to see how it ends up turning out. The seed packet doesn't really give it as much awesomeness to the leaves as your picture did. Jalapenos, hot other peppers. So I do have habanero peppers that I planted yesterday. So I have habanero, I have Scotch bonnet, and I have snack peppers, like the sweet snack peppers. Hollyhocks, it's too late for hollyhocks, Candace. I agree, hollyhocks are a beautiful thing. I think I'd have to start those inside next year. I think I'm a little, like, yes, I could put some hollyhocks out, and I did plant all the hollyhock seeds that you gave me. I don't know if any of them have come up yet, but I don't think I should plant now hollyhocks. Keely, carrots are a great idea, you're right, but the reason why I won't be growing carrots is because my mom has a 20-foot by 80-foot, 20-foot by 60-foot. It's a large garden bed, and it's exclusively carrots. And okay, it's not. It has parsnips on one row of parsnips in there. But she grows so many carrots. We were taking carrots out of the garden until March, when my dad was getting ready to rototill the garden. Like, fresh, delicious carrots were still coming out of my mom's garden in March. So I don't need to plant carrots. It's just, there's so many carrots at my mom's house that it would be like, I don't know. Oh, I also planted scarlet runner vine. My mom gave me some seeds for scarlet runner bean. And I was like, do they grow beans? And she was like, I don't think so. And I was like, then why are they called that? Celery, good for soups, and you can dry the tops for winter cooking. What do you do with the tops? Should plant some corn out there in the field not being used. You know what's out in the field that's not being used, Candace? A lot of my chamomile. I was walking out in the field yesterday because I was collecting stones. So you guys know I'm a bit of a stone hoarder. I really like to collect pretty stones. And I've been surrounding our gardens with like granite and quartz, because we have a lot of granite and quartz in our mountain. There's a lot of like shale and sandstone, but there's a lot of like veins of beautiful like pink and blue and green and purple, all these beautiful colors of rocks, and they're all sparkly. And so I was out in the field because they're visible out in this like farmer field, and I was collecting rocks, and then I kept noticing like chamomile plants, and I was like, is this chamomile or daisies? Chamomile or daisies? And it's only the first like 100 meters, not meters, 20 meters from our backyard, like where our backyard ends and the field starts, 20 meters in, that whole space is peppered with like 50, 100, 200 chamomile plants just scattered growing. So I grew it last year, and I guess it scattered seeds. So this farmer's field that is being left fallow this year, they haven't planted any seeds or tilled the farm it has chamomile coming up everywhere, so I'm like very excited about it. Frida, good morning. I was supposed to be at the dentist, but they had a computer crash and they were double booked. That's annoying. Sorry. I'm so full of diazepam and no adrenaline rush to take care of it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Carolyn, hello. I had a bad day at work. I'm sorry. Welcome. You're welcome here. Even if you're having the worst day, you can come here and you can complain, or you can come here and just hang out, and we're here for you. It started a good day. Now it's bad. Well, hopefully it started a good day, it got bad, and now it's going to be a good day again. Well, I'd be planting some corn and sunflowers out there. I threw quite a few sunflower seeds out there, Candace. I am hopeful that some of them will come up, but I also don't want to like make them upset. Like I'm not going to use their field, you know? But I definitely planted a lot of wildflower seeds, like by throwing them. I also planted some of the chicken's seed. Like we have wheat and we have, good morning, Scrappy. We have wheat and we have barley and we have something else, wheat, barley, and oats. And I planted wheat, barley, and oats out, like technically in the field, but like technically in our backyard, you know? Just got in from the garden. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mommy. Creative Mommy. Nice to see you. Keely, pumpkins. So I did plant about 10 pumpkin seeds. I don't know if they'll come up, but like this farm, the farm that I planted the seeds in, like I planted the seeds just on the edge of our backyard where the backyard meets the field. So if they came and rototilled the big field, they wouldn't hit where I planted. Think of it that way. If they came and actually did do a big till, nothing I planted would get chopped up. But it's right along the border. So I planted about 20 watermelons and 20 pumpkins. So we will see if those sprout. I don't know if they're going to sprout. I don't know if they're going to thrive where I put them. I put them in an area where they have room to like scramble around, hopefully. A lilac tree can never be wrong. That's true. We do have one already though. You got out flower planted. You got out flower planted, Lily of the Valley. I don't know that sentence, that was hard. But Lily of the Valley, I don't have enough shady spots for Lily of the Valley. I guess I do have a shady area I could put it with some hostas. I do love Lily of the Valley, it's beautiful. Ooh, we grew pumpkins last year. My mom grew a bunch of different gourds and pumpkins and melons and things like that, and for me it's cool. Like I liked going to her farm and being like, look, fun. Have you got our flower of the month? Oh, is Lily of the Valley our flower of the month? It's my birth flower, but it's dangerous to pets. Luckily for me, I don't have any pets that I worry about with inside plants, but the chickens are unreliable as far as keeping my stuff safe. Bleeding hearts, we have bleeding hearts already. Caroline, try to feel confident with the work you do. I know how hard that is, right? It's like when people are like, you're depressed? Have you tried just not? Have you tried just drinking water? It's like, yes. LOL. But the funny thing is that like when you are someone who's had depression and gone through it, you, like when you're dealing with someone saying like, have you tried drinking water? You're like, shut up. But also drinking water is important like, for your mental health too. But shut up. But kind of, but no. You know what I mean? To heck with them. Agreed, Dina. Frida, yeah, but I can only really change my face to look older, but it's just annoying. Oh, I can't really change my face to look older. I feel like some of my coworkers don't respect me because you're young. Yeah, you're young and female, which means what's the point in supporting your growth? Literally, I have multiple, no, not that, okay, I'm not trying to be like gender specific, but it is in my head. In like office situations, it's like if you are in your reproductive years and you have a uterus, you are not respected. Until you are beyond your reproductive years or finished having children or made a statement that you have no uterus. Like if you want to grow as a young-ish uterus person in like the corporate world, it's like you have to be like, I don't have those. I just want to grow as a company. I don't want to have you look at me as just, I'm gonna leave to have a baby. I feel like I have multiple friends who deal with that. Lol, I have no uterus, just so you know, right? Like, hey, I am really interested in growing in this company. I don't have a uterus, so let me grow in this company. And then later on be like, oh, turns out I do have a uterus and I am going to use it maybe. Or I have a uterus and I don't plan on using it. So please don't hold me back because I have one. The rage. My grandma has her father's hostas. Really? My mom has her great-grandfather's hostas and her grandfather's, or my great-grandfather's. It's just frustrating doing the most in my work and being good at it, but not being acknowledged for it. Yeah, or having a man come and be like, I am great. I had to talk, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Laura, oh my god, my mom, who is so sweet, my mom does that with the water. I was having an asthma attack and my mom said, drink water while I'm choking and can't breathe. Did you try having some water? Water will fix everything. It's like the Windex of real life. Better note, just drink lemonade. It's more exciting. Yeah, Keely, I think so. So, this is even more of a thing than I thought, Melanie said. Some populations regularly consume local dirt, especially pregnant women. You get natural cravings for it to protect you from pathogens and allergens. Can you imagine sitting there heavily pregnant and going like, oh man, I just want a scoop of dirt right now. I just want to eat a scoop of dirt. I do believe you, Melanie, and it makes sense because other animals do that. They travel miles to get to salting, like rocks of salt so that they can lick the salt. I'm not surprised that it would make sense for people to do that in places too, but I can't say I've had a craving for dirt, but I'm not pregnant, so who knows. Lebo, being young and female is hard. Being young and female and brown is even harder. Just go to work and smash it every time. When you good, you good. That's true, Lebo. Yes, being young and female is hard. Being young and female and a person of color, oh gosh, if you throw in a visible religion and a disability, you've got the pifecta, quadrifecta, you know? I guess it happens. I guess it does, Melanie. I guess it does. You're talking dirt cookies. See, I've made mud pies. Our dirt cookie. Is a dirt cookie relative to the mud pie? Because I've made mud pies outside. Or natural chocolate milk, which was just muddy water in a cup with a teaspoon. That's why there were no teaspoons in my childhood home, because I used them to dig dirt outside. And then the following spring, my dad would rototill over them. Laura, way cheaper. Lebo, good point. Just be proud of the work. You know you do good. That's true. But my last day is coming up, so I think I'll just stick it out. You're tough, Caroline. Apparently, they figured out it was a thing for pregnant women's cravings around the world and observing the behavior in animals. Interesting. I just got off the phone with my husband. He's in the hospital. Is he all right? What happened? Oh gosh, Rebecca, give us an update. What happened? Oh my god, I did the same thing as a kid. Okay, good. I just read the title of the stream, More Eggs. Yes, Scrappy. I've put in another 12 to 15 eggs. I've put in, let's count how many I've got. I've got 3 of Diane's eggs in there. I've got 4 of Sweet Pea's eggs in there. I've got 2 of Buttercup's eggs. I've got 2 of Clementine's eggs. And then I have 2 of Olive's. So that's 12, 13, 14. Laura, do you really need more chickens? Obviously, Frida, the answer is no. No, I do not. I don't know what to... I have no follow-up. No, I don't need any more chickens. I gotta go buy some more eggs. I'm sorry that I live far away from you, because you shouldn't buy eggs. Why so many? Why not, Scrappy? Honestly, because I fill up my time so that I don't have to worry. Seems to be the thing. Good hatch rate? Yeah, Laura, the incubator is doing really well. The first hatch was not a good hatch rate, but I think that's because I looked in the incubator too many times during it. The second hatch was amazing. The third hatch was okay, but I had a bunch of eggs that didn't develop at all, so I think that I put in eggs that weren't fertilized. Like, I put in other people's eggs for the third batch, versus the first 2 were my batches. This batch of eggs is all my girls. I just did the ones where I want babies from them. And also, I've got people who are waiting for more babies. So a few people who are picking up these guys when they're a little bit older. Yeah, pretty much it's just to give myself something to do in the summer now. I'm going to find homes for all the ones that I don't want to keep. We have, our neighbors are going to be taking between 6 and 10 of them. My mom and dad, hopefully, are going to be taking between 6 and 10 of them. And then we're probably going to keep like 4. Between 4 and 6 additional chickens. I think that I don't plan on having more than 25 by the end of the summer. Like at the end of summer, when we move into winter, I think 25 would be like the high end of where I'm thinking will be. Probably will be closer to 20. But yeah, I figured there's so many people looking for baby chicks right now, like so many people, that I find so much joy in having them. And if other people are looking for them for pets, I am happy to make those pets because my chickens are beautiful, very healthy, and lay really good eggs. So I didn't put any of the, like, I'm not going to raise any of Poppy's chicks. I've already told you guys that. I don't know. Frida, Caroline, I'm 40, life never gets easier. You do the things you want to do, move towards your goals, grab the joy you have around you. Chicks! That's part of my joy. Hope he's going to be okay, Rebecca. Oh, what did she say? He's been in and out for the past year. That's part of why life has been rough. I had to call him an ambulance last night. I'm sorry, Rebecca. That's terrifying. Well, I hope he'll be okay. I hope that, like, he's in the best place he can be, right? The safest place possible. But I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's awful. To be in and out all year, not fun. Yeah, absolutely, Candace. If I lived near you, I would totally come get some chicks. Maya, I believe you. And you know what? There's a lot of people who feel the same way right now. There's a lot of people who can't get chicks from any hatchery. Scrappy, are you giving them away or profiting off them? Well, there is no such thing as profiting unless you have tons and tons and tons and tons of chickens and they're in situations that are not ideal. There is no profit. We're selling them for $5 a chick when they're little, and then they go up to $10 a chick when they're big. But that's not profiting. That's not even netting zero. They cost money. To raise chicks costs money. So it's not a profitable business. Eggs are much more profitable. Hatching eggs and eating eggs are much more profitable than chickens, but you can only really hatch out chicks for a few months of the year, and it's very joyful to do so. So for me, I'm thinking like, that'll just be a summer thing that I do, because for me, it's very joyful. Lots of people are looking for chickens, and yeah, but yes, it would be a profit if that was possible. I am earning money, $5 per chick. However, by the time the chick gets rehomed, they've cost way more than $5 to raise. So no, there is no profit, but there is joy. So it's a hobby, not a business. Yeah, I know, and they die in a few days. What dies in a few days? Oh, in Bali. In Bali, it's so sad. They would color the chicks. Oh, like as toys or something? That is sad. No, these ones are for pets. Pretty much everybody who's contacted me, they're looking for like 2 for pets. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah, I know, and they die in a few days. It's really bad. That's awful, Maddie. Frida, Madeline, I've seen that. It's horrible. Totally. The big egg in the dozen turned out not to be a double. Such a disappointment. I'm sorry. I'll try and hold off the next dozen, the next clear double. How many do you have now? Quite a few. We have our 15, like our flock is 15 strong. And then we've got 3 left of the 9-week-olds. And then we have 9 of the 6-week-olds. Then we have 11 of the 3-week-olds. And then we have 14 in the incubator. Quite a few. By the way, Maddie, how have you been? It's been a long time since we've seen you around. Totally, Sid. Good question. Maddie, how are you doing? But yeah, lots. We've got lots. We got too many chickens for, like, a backyard. But we luckily live on a farm, so we've got lots of room to keep them. And also we've got lots of space between our neighbors, so nobody's being bothered, and the amount that it costs to feed and care for them is like a worthy expense, in my opinion. It's just the same as any other pet for me. Like I know it's going to cost more money to feed more pets, but we've got the room for them and we can afford to feed them. So, and also they are supposed to be really good at collecting ticks. Yesterday I had a tick on me. Alex had 3 ticks on him yesterday. So they're not doing enough of their job yet, but they allegedly will eat ticks. So that'd be great if they could do that. I'm okay, life is hectic, but I'm riding things out. Just family and work, stressed out, and I feel like the only stable person right now, and it's weird. You're the only stable person right now? That must feel weird. I can't imagine feeling like the only stable person around. That's very rarely the way I feel. Going dark, gotta drive. Oh, sounds good, Keely. Drive safely. Maddie, I'm good, thank you. Just started school, so it's been busy. Happy to be back. Just started school? Isn't it, like, not starting school time? Ditto, Frida, BRB, coffee calls, agreed. I applied for a job at the hospital, docs said, and they just saw my application is under review. That's awesome. I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. Oh, also, Candace, you sent me an ad on the Facebook Marketplace about that guinea hen. I didn't reply to you because I knew I would talk to you here. Get cedar side. You can order it online. Done. Because I frickin' hate ticks. I frickin' hate them. Cedar side. Done. I frickin' hate them. They scare me every time. They make my heart go pitta-patta, pitta-patta. Anyway. The guinea hen, not a good idea. Because they're too loud. They make the most obnoxious sound. I would have a guinea hen if we lived farther away. Iowa, blues for days. I don't know. What does that mean? I will link it to you on Discord. Thank you, Sid. I use Wonderside. Are these both available in Canada? Because, like, we can't have Roundup. So, like, we can't have certain chemicals here that you guys are allowed. It's safe for your pet's skin and garden. Okay, because that's what I would like. Because I really don't like ticks. And what I've been doing is just wearing long pants with my long socks. So there's no area for them to get in. Guinea hens are mean too. I'd be fine with mean birds. It's that I don't want to bother people around me. I'm like, the way my pets behave, as long as it doesn't affect other people, I'm fine with it. Like, if we had a mean rooster, it wouldn't bother me because I'm not afraid of a rooster. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want a mean rooster if we had children because children will have to run away from a rooster and then it'll chase them. But for me, a mean rooster doesn't matter. A mean guinea hen doesn't matter. But it matters if it bothers people around me. So for me, like, I like the sound of a donkey. Have you ever heard a donkey? They're loud as heck. And that ee-aw, ee-aw, it's so loud. But I like it. So noise is subjective. What is noise and what is music is subjective. And to me, any animal sound is a music. It's not a noise. So yes, I recognize, like, mean animals would be a problem for other people, but, like, for me, I look at it like they're an animal with the full personality. It's mean because that's part of its personality. Either I can try and, like, make them nicer, or you just got to accept it. I would love to get 2 chickens. We went picture taking on the weekend and found 4 ticks on us. We still had tight clothing. Yep. You know where I keep finding them? Every time. And this, I think, is a testament to the fact that my tight clothing has been working. What I've been doing is wearing, like, leggings, and then I'll tuck my shirt in, and then I'll put another shirt on top. Or I'll tuck in my tank top underneath and then have, like, a shirt on top. This is holes, by the way. Oh, no, it's not. That's dirt. There's holes somewhere on this. This is an old shirt. Anyway, I tuck in, and I have pants that tuck in, and then I'll put socks on top. Like, I'll wear 2 pairs of socks. I try to not get bit. And the place that I keep finding them is here. Like, anytime I come in from outside and I, like, sit down and I'll be typing on the computer, the only times I find ticks, it's when they've climbed from my shirt, and I'll find them right when they cross over. So they don't get anywhere. They don't get on my person. I haven't found them under my clothes. The only time I find them is when they are getting from the back of my outfit onto my neck. So I'll find them at the nape of my neck, and I'll feel something, and now I don't just go like that anymore. Now I grab anything, and I've had several that way. Yeah, you want to tuck so they can't get to your skin. Yeah, I don't like them. Mosquitoes love me, but I rarely get ticks. I get like occasional mosquito bite. Like I have one right now on both arms, and one on my ankle. We found the ticks under our shirts on the low back and stomach. That makes me uncomfortable. I really don't like them. I really don't like ticks. I'm very against ticks. In our farm, there were 2 python snakes and they ate 2 chickens. I saw a snake yesterday when I was walking through the field. I saw a garter snake, just a little garter snake. I think our chickens would probably kill a garter snake though. They kill mice. And I changed my clothes so I have work clothes and inside clothes. Yes, Sid, when I come home, I strip down. Anytime I come in from being outside for like a little while, I do a very good check. Lebo, I once had a tick or something that looked like a tick crawl into my ear when I was sleeping. That was really scary. That makes me very cringe. I do not like. I would like not that, please. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, babies. Have other checked your clothes when you come in? Yes. Not for me. No, thank you. That's a good trick. I think so. I think it works. Also, I messaged you on Discord PM last night because I was on Facebook. Wasn't on Facebook at all yesterday. Messaged you on Discord. Okay, I'll check. I didn't see. In our farm, there were 2 oh, I got that one already. I have to go now. Sleeping. Sounds good. I put the link to what I use and what we use in the animal rescue. Okay, cool. Thank you. Speaking of which, Scrappy, you actually reminded me. I have to call the vet today and book Thunder's appointment for like this week. Call vet, book Thunder, shot. I just forgot, and he should have gone already. He should have gone last week. Last week was his annual time. Lebo, having something crawl into my ears, my biggest fear. I slept with long hair covering my ears because I'm a weirdo. Nope, I get it. No thank you. How is Mr. Thunder? How are you, Mr. Thunder? Thunder Beans? Thunder. Thunder. Hello. Thunder spent hours outside yesterday. Thunder. Hi. Good morning. He spent hours outside yesterday, like probably 3 hours. I was gardening and like pulling weeds and planting seedlings and stuff. Hi, Kyrie. Or Kiri. Is it Kiri or Kyrie? And hello, V. But he was so I was in the grass pulling weeds along the edge of the garden so that the edge of our garden would be clean looking. And Thunder was lying like in the dirt of the garden, like on his side like a dead dog. He looked like the happiest guy. It was so hot and sunny and he was just living his life. No ticks on him, of course. But that's also because he has a pill. You guys were right. It's not a needle. It's a pill. And he already has that. He has that and he has 2 pills that are in the fridge and one of them is for ticks. I don't know why I didn't realize. It's just all at the same time when we go to the vet, like all the things. And I know one of the things they do prevents ticks, but I thought it was a needle. It's not a needle. It's like a chew. Anyway, so he's precious and totally, absolutely Scrappy, but he is a tired little bean. He is, and he followed me around all day in the garden yesterday. Like anytime I moved 3 feet, he would get up from where he was lying down in the dirt, move over 3 steps, and then lie down. Like he followed me through the garden, but he slept. So like when I say like he's tired from doing stuff outside all day, he's tired from sleeping outside. Like he's tired from sleeping outside. He's not tired from actively working. But today he's going to be outside again all day because I'm going to be outside again all day. Do I have to put sunscreen on his ears, do you think? His ears are so thin. Do you have to put anything on dogs' ears? I've never done it before, but I've also never been... Like, Thunder's always only gone out for, like, walks and for hangouts outside versus, like, lying down in the sun for hours. Can he get a sunburn? Oh, I swear my kids take entire bags of snack crackers and smash them into the carpet. Rebecca, it's just so that you think about them when they're not around. Millicent takes a pill. Yeah, mine are on a pill, too. I don't know why my brain didn't remember. I just know that they get something for, like, bordetella, rabies... worms, ticks. You know what I mean? Like there's like 6 things that they do each year at the vet, and I know one of them was ticks. I just didn't realize which things were for what. Or my brain didn't decide to save it into the good spot. I don't know if sunscreen is safe for doggos because they clean themselves. No, I don't want to put it on if he doesn't need it. I just wonder, on their ears. Can dogs get a sunburn? Like the Mexican hairless ones probably can, right? They make sunscreen for dogs. I wonder if Thunder, if his ears are, I'll ask at the vet. Should I worry about his ears getting sunburned if we're sitting, because this summer we're going to be out sitting in the sun a lot more than normal. Although, he has a gazebo, but he likes lying on the concrete in the sun. Like even if he has the option of shade, even if he has the option of shade grass, he'd rather do sunshine concrete. Parvo, right, and parvo. And kennel cough, right? Oh, but I don't think they do parvo for adult dogs, Doxy. Isn't parvo just a puppy one? I'm pretty sure they don't do parvo when they're grown-ups. I think there's kennel cough. Maybe I don't think so. I feel like parvo is for puppies, isn't it? Wouldn't that be too cute if he had a little sun hat? Thunder, do you want a sun hat? He has his ears pointed at me, but he's not lifting his head anymore. Yep, you can put a hat on him. Oh, God. I love that idea. I also love the idea. Who said it? Was it Catherine who said it? I must have written it down. Last weekend, last Friday when we were together last, I think it was Catherine, but if I'm wrong, if it was Rebecca, I am sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I wrote it down. Who said it? But somebody suggested having you guys make the chicken outfits. Distemper too. Oh, cool. Okay, there you go. I just know it's like 4 needles, or like 3 needles, or like 2 needles with 4 things in it. I know that they do all the things that they need to do all at once, but I need to call a vet today. A vet, any vet, because my vet isn't taking appointments, just at all. For some reason, they aren't doing spaying and neutering, which you'd think they would really want to do. But anyway, yes, I think it's just puppy. It's fresh in my mind because our dog's a pup. Okay, cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the suggestion, somebody said if I ask you guys to make the chickens outfits for the wedding so that the chickens have cute little aprons to wear at the wedding that are like custom, and that way you guys could be involved in our wedding in like a cool way. The other thing I was thinking was saying like asking everybody to make a paper flower, or asking everybody to make like something small but that I can incorporate into the wedding decorations just so that you guys can like be there, since I don't know, I'm excited about planning the wedding and I'd love for you guys to have like your own little flair on it. But I love the idea of the chicken outfits. I don't remember who said it, so I'm sorry. Make sure to get the 3-year rabies. We don't have a choice. There's just the rabies shot, and I'm pretty sure that's what they would give is the 3-year, because last time Thunder got it, well, Thunder got his rabies shot not last year, but the year before. So, I don't know. I honestly, I've never asked for a specific thing from Scrappy. I just say to them, like, do all the things that he needs. I've not gotten him kennel cough. The last 2 times he got shots, we didn't bother with kennel cough, because he doesn't go to a kennel ever, and he never interacts with other dogs, except my parents' dogs, and they're always fully vaccinated, because they do go into kennels. You have a choice between the 1 or the 3. Oh. Well, which one's more expensive? Because I didn't ask, so therefore the vet probably picked the one that was more expensive. No offense to vets. I know that it's just another doctor and they're just doing the right thing for the animal, but also probably it was the more expensive one. So now I'm having artist anxiety because I have to / I want to make jewelry with it. Oh, with what? Sorry, Frida says. I was a crazy artist this weekend. I bought some sort of fishing net because it was just so beautiful. They were wondering what I was going to do with it. Don't worry about it. I want this beautiful fishing net, okay? A little hoodie. Oh my god. Thunder. He's like, I don't want to talk to you right now, Mom. A little hoodie. What do you think? What? Who's there? Good boy. Is there somebody there? Who? Oof. Hey, shh. Good boy. You want to come sit with me? I want to hold you. Come here. Come here. You want to come sit up here? Come here. My little squishy. Look at this long stretch. Oh my god, my mom is weeding out our blueberries and the cows are begging for grass. How many? You have cows, Sid? Did I know this? How many cows do you have? And also, adorable. Love the plants behind you near Thunder. These ones are tulips. I also put a terrarium back here that I want to look at, decide if I need to add anything. I've spent $20,000 on my Doxy's spine. Wow, true love. People literally told me they would have put her down. I'd go bankrupt for my dog. True love. Is the dog better now? How is the dog doing spinal-wise? I love how he has ears to match his cute little fruit bat face. Oh, sorry, Thunder. Come here. He's like, are you picking me up or what? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come. Come on. Come here. Pito. You have to come sit with me up here. You want to come sit? Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. My brother has 2 steers, fixed bulls, for a pulling team. That's cool. They're adorbs AF. You're adorbs. You're cuter than any bull. Mwah. 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 I love you. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you, sir. Lots of pics on Discord. Let me have a look, Frida. For those of you that are like, what's Discord? It's a chat room for everybody in our little community. You can access this Discord chat room from my Patreon. It's $2 a month. And you get, oh, thank you, Cedarside. Thank you, Sid. You get access to the Discord and some bullet journal spreads, which is also on my to-do list today. Take pictures of my bullet journal. Let's have a, oh wow, that's cool. A fishing net? That looks like a hammock to me. I mean, it's cool. I don't understand how it's a fishing net, but it's pretty. Oh, okay, I see now. Never mind. Those initial strings make it look kind of like loom-like. Is Thunder a Chihuahua mix? Probably, but when we bought him or rescued him. We got him from a rescue. We were fostering him, and then I fell in love with him, so we ended up keeping him. He was just labeled as a Chihuahua. But he could just be a couple of different kinds of Chihuahua mixed together, plus he's fat, so he kind of looks like he could be mixed. But no, he's supposed to just be a Chihuahua. Each individual string has a hook on it. Yikes. So they throw it in, hoping to hook an animal? Isn't a net for, like, capturing, not for hooks? He is so cute. That's true. He's my #1 dude. You're very cute, huh? He is the alpha when it's between him and Peekaboo. You know how CJ was our alpha? Our previous cat, CJ, he passed away in February, and he was the alpha animal in our house. And after he passed away, we had a stray cat in the house called Peekaboo, and Thunder decided he was the alpha. So now when Peekaboo comes upstairs, Thunder will follow her growling. She's like more than twice. She's probably 3 times the size of him, but he is the alpha in their relationship. Those nets look like trot lines. Interesting. It's called a long line. Interesting. It's been so hot here. Not here, not yet. 22 degrees today, though. It's going to be beautiful today. Oh, wow, what happened with Peekaboo? Alex fell in love with her. That's what happened. Alex has been talking to her all day, every day, and loving on her, and she loves him. Like, she really likes him. So, yeah, the last time we talked to you, and we were going to have her be my parents' cat, that was the plan. It looks like Peekaboo might be our cat. It's not been confirmed. But it looks like Peekaboo lives here right now anyway. Alex really likes her. Is she enjoying life on the farm? She is not an outdoor cat. She's enjoying being an indoor cat. She did escape last week. She got out the front door when Alex was putting my plants outside, and she didn't run away. She ran onto the front lawn, and then Alex was like, "What are you doing?" And then he went to go follow her, and she ran back inside. He, like, chased her back inside. So she doesn't, she hasn't left, which is great. Has she been to a vet yet? No. Not yet. Can't wait to meet her one day. I should have taken her out when you came over, Candace. But I didn't, because I'm scared to take her outside, because that would be like... dangerous for her. We have a stray named Charlie that visits my yard. He won't go to anybody but me. He'll follow me and get up and run if he sees me. That's so sweet. Peekaboo definitely picked Alex, sorry. Peekaboo definitely, hey there, Mayo. He definitely picked Alex. She definitely picked Alex. Alex loves her now, and his legs are covered in little bumps. Girl, haven't you had her for 6 months? Get that girl fixed and vaccinated. I know. I don't have a good reason. We were supposed to have all of that done, and then our vet shut down, and I just didn't bother calling another. But I have to call a vet for Thunder today, so I'll just book them together. And then they can both be shot at the same time. Actually, no, they were tired of the rooster, but our dog did kill a hen. What? My rooster got killed by our 33 hens because our dog killed a hen. So they killed your rooster. That makes sense. Yeah, no, we're going to get her fixed, obviously. She's not meant to not be fixed. And also, whatever, there was a good reason. At some point, there was a reason. But either way, she's going to get fixed, and she's going to get shot, and she's going to get microchipped, and she's going to be ours. So, pretty sure that we're keeping Peekaboo. It's not set in stone. My parents are still happy to have her if we decide that we're not keeping her, but she seems pretty chilled out here now. She doesn't seem stressed, and she seems really happy, and she's calm, and she really likes Alex. She tolerates me. Like, when I come in, if I pick her up and I put her on my tummy and I pet her, she'll sit with me. But she really likes Alex. Vet issues put you off it. You'll get to it. Yeah, it's happening. Like, it's not like I'm not gonna do it. It's just, it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, exactly, Sid. The issues that we were having with booking the spay just made me not go into it any farther. But I have to book Thunder shots today, so I'll book Peekaboo's thing today too. And then it'll both be done. We might be getting a new horse in the future. That's exciting. Horses are cool. I mean, it's been since December. If Alex loves her, then keep her, but please get her to the vet. I mean, yeah, obviously. He does love her. And also his allergies aren't bad. I mean, they're bad, but it's spring, so I think it'll be okay. Yeah, obviously we're going to take her to a vet. That's the plan. Good idea. 2 phone calls in 1 shot. Well, 1 phone call, because it's all going to be at 1 vet, because our vet, I don't know why. Like, it can't be all vets. I don't think it's all vets. It must just be the one that I went to, because they can't, I mean, we are in a lockdown in our area, but I mean, like, they said they aren't booking any, spays or neuters right now. So I just have to go to a different vet. And it's fine. I just haven't done it. Keely, any good stripy crochet shawl tutorials? Suggestions needed big time. Not from me, but I'm sure. Also, I made it to work. Good, Keely. I'm glad you're safe. She is so beautiful. Scrappy, she really is. She honestly, now that she's been eating like cat food for like a while, she is silver. So she was like gray, almost had like a little, like a haze of a dusty brown on the edges of her fur. And like the first time when I saw her, I thought she was just dirty. Then we washed her. Nope, she's just kind of a muddy gray. But she's been eating well now since December, and her hair it has sparkles in it, like silver hair, and the tips of all of her hairs are silver. Like she's in health now. Like, she's definitely in better health. She has a broken toe. It's healed, but she has broken one of her toes at some point. You can tell because it's like extended and the claw doesn't sit in her foot anymore. Like, it stays out all the time. She looks like she's part Russian blue. She very well could be. I think she's most likely mostly a stray, like just domestic short hair, but there's for sure some Russian blue in there because she's big and she's silver. She's really beautiful. She's literally a fairy cat. Let me go get her. You'll see how like she's less stressed now. She doesn't like when I walk and carry her, but like she's not stressed anymore. I'll go get her. Sorry, Thunder, you had to wake up quickly there. He's like, you always want to hold the cat. Hey there, Oh, you're so fat. You big fat lady, huh? Ugh. Ugh. Hi. There's my, hi. My fat lady. She's like, why are we here? Why are we not downstairs? Where we usually hang out, huh? Hi. How are you? Hi. Oh, she is chonky. She's a chonk. Hence why we thought she was pregnant. No, she's just fat. You're a fat girl, huh? Mm. So smart, loyal, and loving. Well, she's not quite loving, but she loves Alex. Hi. But do you see, like, her hair is so thick now? She's got like this seam. Oh, she's so pretty. You pretty girl. She's like, I don't like being upstairs. I'm a downstairs cat. Hmm? She's looking for an escape. I know it looks like she's chill, but do you see how her eyes are darting around? She's looking for somewhere to escape from. Right now she's like, there isn't anywhere safe to launch out of this girl's arms. But she's looking for somewhere. She's not relaxed. I know she looks chill, but she's thinking. Like she's wound up so that she could kick off. Hey, you're just looking for somewhere to kick off? I'm not Alex. She's like, why do you keep talking to me? Whoa! You chunky girl. Why are you so chunky for? There. She's like, I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you. Hey, you don't want to talk to me? Hi. Do you see? Can you tell? Can you tell that she loves me? Hi. Yeah. You go ahead. Back to Alex. Silly girl. As soon as she's on the ground, she stops running. She's walking now, away from me. Bye. Laura's like, I'll make you love me. Essentially. Which doesn't work with cats. Over time, maybe, but she loves Alex. She loves Alex. Here's her time, let me go. Shadow hates being held, but loves to lay on me as often as he can. Yeah, she'll sit with me comfortably if I'm downstairs. She doesn't want to be brought upstairs. Laura's like, I'll make you love me. Well, she came upstairs and played with me when I brought catnip in from outside. So she'll play with me with catnip. Yeah, no, she doesn't look chill at all. She's not chill. No, but she will chill with me and she'll sleep on my tummy if I'm downstairs and I put her on my tummy, like how I was holding her up here. If I do that downstairs on her couch, she'll hang out with me. But until I'm downstairs, she's not really my friend. In her space, she's comfortable. In my space, she's not comfortable. But that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. She doesn't have to be happy with me picking her up and taking her upstairs. She has to be able to tolerate it so that in case of an emergency or in case I need to take her to a vet, I can collect her and put her into a container. But I don't need her to be happy with me carrying her around the house because that's very rare. It's like, I'm here to show you her. Or if somebody comes over and I want to show her to them, then she has to be tolerant of me holding and carrying her around. But I don't need her to be a cuddly cat. CJ wasn't a cuddly cat until like the last 5 years of his life. Up until then, he was not like that. So I don't expect her to be a happy shoulder cat. Not all cats are. But she will sit and sleep with me when I go downstairs and I sit, like when I go down in the morning and have a tea and sit with Alex while he's working, she'll sit with me. So I don't mind. But yes, she is pretty though, isn't she? Isn't she a lovely girl? She's so soft and she's so, you're practically a veteran now. So the second one should be a breeze, Galactic. What did Galactic do? The first surgery I had, I almost died. I almost broke my neck. Jeez, well, yeah, you're practically a veteran now. I had my wisdom teeth pulled wide awake. No thanks, that's a no from me. Yeah, that's how Shadow is, Scrappy said. He loves me so much, but if I pick him up, he's so uncomfortable. Yeah, Peekaboo puts her neck back and like looks like, where are we going? And I'm like, girl, we only go upstairs and then downstairs. You don't go anywhere else. I don't know what you think I'm going to do. My cat's similar, Maya says, in the sense that she's only comfortable around me and sometimes my mom. She'll follow me around the house and always sleeps in my room at night. She's my girl. So she's Alex's girl. If Alex leaves his office and goes outside, which he does 4 or 5 times a day now because it's so warm out, so he'll just go when he needs like a break from work. Sorry, there's cat hair on my face now. If he needs a break from work, he just gets up and then walks around the house, says hello to the chickens, checks in the garage. I don't know, like he like just leaves the house and then comes back. The whole time he's gone, she yowls. Like she'll go to the door and just scream. And then he comes back home and he inside the house and she'll go eat some food. She'll go up to her litter box and she'll come back down. But it makes me confused because she doesn't do it when he's home. She does it at night. But anytime he leaves the space and she doesn't know where he went, she'll start yelling. And then he comes home and I'm like, she yelled the whole time you were out. He never sees it though, because it's always when he leaves. And I didn't realize it at first. And now I notice every time he leaves, she gets like upset. And if he goes out like to go to Canadian Tire to pick up something and he's gone, she like freaks out. She like yells and meows around yelling for him. And it's funny and cute, but also I'm like, why don't you yell for me? Just love me. I feed you. I clean your litter. Jeez. You should film from when he leaves to when he comes home so he can see. I want to get a GoPro to strap to her for when he's gone because she like looks for him. Go big or go home, Galactic. What did Galactic say? At the age of 10, except I had it 2 days before my birthday, and on the last day of school, I think it was a good way to end the school year. Jeez. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Jeez. The fact that she's so big makes me think she's more of a British Blue versus a Russian. Russians tend to be slimmer. Well, again, I don't think that she is specifically any breed because I guess she could be. She could be anything. She belongs to Alex. Well, yeah, like CJ belonged to me. CJ was Alex's cat, and then Alex and I moved in together, and then CJ became my cat. Like he fell in love with me, and I was his person. Like even if Alex was the one that did the feeding and the litter, which he did for CJ, because CJ was his cat, so it was his responsibility to make sure that stuff was done. Obviously, later in our relationship, having him there, I started doing the jobs for CJ too, like, and then when he needed like his, like his end of life care, that was all me. But with Peekaboo, it's very clear she chose him. Like, she tolerates me, she lets me interact with her, but she actively tries to sit on Alex's lap while he's at work. You saw that she didn't want to be with me. She asks to sit with him and tries to climb up his legs. Like, she really chose Alex. And it's very sweet because Alex didn't earn her trust. Like, he earned her trust, but he didn't pursue any relationship with her. Like, he didn't think that she was staying, right? So he didn't pursue any friendship. He was polite to her. Hey, good morning, Peekaboo. Hi, Peekaboo. How was your night? Like, general guest cat. But she was like, oh no, you're my husband now. So see, she really likes him. And I'm really happy for her for that because she was very scared when she was originally inside. The fact that she ran out of our house and then Alex convinced her to come back in without like having to chase her and scare her inside, that she came back in, was a good thing. Also, I checked her paws yesterday because I was looking for the nail clippers, which I still can't find. But I was checking her paws because I was looking at how sharp her claws are. And her paws are almost completely healed. Like, 2 of her pads still have a little bit of a chafiness that looks like it needs to like peel off. But all of the frostbite, her whole feet were frostbitten. I didn't know that when we brought her in. Because they were covered in fur, so I couldn't tell. Like, she had a lot of fur around her feet, probably because she had been outside since winter. But in December, when we brought her in, she had frostbite, and then in maybe February is when I started noticing the frostbite because it started healing. So it started like peeling off, and it really did look like if you've ever seen like, if you've ever had a wart that you've like frozen nitrogened off, or a skin tag or a mole, if you've ever seen somebody use liquid nitrogen on skin and how it turns white and bubbles and turns into like an immediate blister, immediate burn, and then heals off. That's what it was like. It was like a real frostbite. It was like a burn. Like it really was like blistered, but it was it looked calloused. I thought they were just calluses. That's why I didn't notice it until they started peeling off. And I was like, that's not calloused feet. That's burned feet. So all of them have now come off, and she has beautiful little dark gray and dark purple and like, oh, her little paw pads. She has a couple though that are pink, but I think that they are scarred. Like the bottoms here, not the little toe beans, the bottom piece is, I think it's scarred because there's pink bits, and I don't think it's pink because she has pink pads. I think that they're bits that didn't heal properly. But she has healed. She is now healed. Her feet are no longer wounded, so that's good. What's awful to me is that it took months, and I mean, it makes sense, healing takes time, but it took months and months for her to heal her frostbite toes. So it makes me feel good that we brought her in, because even if there was somebody who was looking after her, which it makes sense because of how fat this cat is, somebody else was feeding her. Gonna have half a bueno for the chat. Oh, yum. I will have the other half. Alex ignores cat. Cat falls in love. Yeah. Alex shows up hour late to first date. Laura falls in love. Yep. Sweet baby girl. Right? I found my shadow in the heat by the dumpster, and oh my god, he has a sad skeleton with so much missing hair. Poor baby. Did you put something on her beans? Yes. So I have this, it's like an oat. It's for paws. It's for dogs' paws and noses in the winter. It's safe for cats and dogs, but it's like purchased as a dog product. It might just be called Pet Chap Rescue. It has a plus sign on it, and it's like beige or like an oatmeal. It's something oat based. But yes, I had something on her toes that I was putting on. Originally, when I didn't know that it was frostbite, and I just thought that it was like, you know, like chapped, because it looked like dry, cracked skin, like chapped feet. I was putting polysporin on. No, I was putting before I knew it was frostbite, I was putting the chapstick. It's dog foot and nose chapstick, and I was putting that on her nose and on her toes, just like I do for Thunder all winter long. And then once I realized that it was like peeling, I started putting polysporin. And she doesn't really bother any of it. Like, she doesn't sit there and lick her feet. Like, Thunder licks his feet, so I needed to make sure it was like safe to eat when I was finding something for him. But she doesn't really sit there and attentively, like, she doesn't rip them off or anything. I try to put a moisturizer on Millicent's paws in the winter, but she just licks it off. Thunder doesn't lick it off when I put the moisturizer on his feet, but he licks his feet regularly. When there's something on him, it's like a kid with a Band-Aid. Like, he's like, I don't know. But if he doesn't know it's there, like once he forgets it's there, he just is, it's one of his like nervous tics. He licks his feet. After he eats every day, he licks his feet. Doesn't matter if his teeth are brushed. Doesn't matter if he's just had a bath. He's a foot licker. Keely, how can you have half a chocolate bar? I don't understand what that is. I put it on when they're asleep. Oh, well, Thunder is mostly asleep, like, for the most part. That's how he is. But he doesn't lick off, he just licks his feet in general. You need to try Happy Hippos. They're very similar to Buenos, but they're hippos. I'm down for a Happy Hippo if it's like a Bueno. I love that creamy ganache stuff in the middle. Lenola, good morning. Nice to see you this morning. We're talking about animals right now, and how the stray cat that Alex and I took in the winter, thinking that we had a pregnant cat on our hands for literal months. There was a stream a couple of times a week of me going like, any day now, the kittens are coming, any day now. There were no kittens. She was never pregnant, just a fat cat, and I was feeling her gas and her poop move through her body. Anyway, that cat, that not pregnant fat cat, she's still in our house, and it's kind of looking like we've adopted her. We haven't officially adopted her yet because we haven't taken her to the vet to get fixed. So once she's fixed, because when we have her go into the vet, they'll take all of our information with her. So she'll be, like, at that point, she'll be registered. When she goes into the vet and she gets chipped, she'll be, like, all of that happens at the same time. So officially, she's a stray. Unofficially, we've adopted her. Once she goes to the vet, it'll be official because she'll have documents that show that she's with us. I love Bueno chocolate bars. Me too, man. Those are, like, they're very addictive. Bueno is good. Also, are you feeling this lipstick as much as I am? love this lipstick. It's 3 different lipsticks on top of each other, and I like it. Keely, slightly more understandable. Slightly. I also have Almond Joys. Ooh, almonds are good. They come with a pack of 2, so I'm eating 1/2. If they're in a pack of 2 where they're packaged separately, fine. Also, Keely, you're at work, so you can eat half a chocolate bar because you'll have it for later. Like, Frida and I are talking, like, if I'm sitting with a chocolate bar, I'm eating the whole chocolate bar. I can't eat too much chocolate because of the acidity. Well, that makes one of us. What does the acidity do that you notice? I don't even know if they sell them here. Buenos? They definitely sell them there. Well, maybe not, though. It's by Kinder. And Kinder does the Kinder Surprises, and you guys don't have those. So maybe Kinder doesn't do Bueno in the States. Maybe. I don't know. Happy Hippos to do have the hazelnut in them, too, if I remember right. Yum. Turtles and Bueno and what's the one that has coconut in it? The Dream Bars. I've never seen them local, but I know other states have them. The states that touch Canada, probably. Oh, hi, everyone. Hey, Alex, on my break again. Wanted to tell you that my kids are naming the chicks, and they named one of them Laura. Yay! I'm famous! I hope it's a chick that you keep and not one that you eat, because I've just inserted a little piece of my soul into your chicken. Now it is a Horcrux. Please keep it safe. Please keep that little Laura chick safe. Lol, imagine a chick named Laura. Well, I mean, there's a chick called Albert. It's a channel. We do touch Canada. Oh, well, then, I don't know. I don't eat candy, really, but I don't recall seeing them at all. I went yesterday to the grocery store to pick up bread because my grandpa wanted egg salad sandwiches with a specific kind of bread, so I had to go get that kind of bread. And I was in the candy aisle looking for sour keys because I know that it's Allen's sour keys are the brand that I like. They don't have them. They don't have Allen's sour keys at the grocery store. They don't have them at the bulk barn anymore, but they also don't have them at the grocery store. So I'm wondering if my favorite type of sour keys, Allen's brand sour keys, I wonder if they've discontinued making them because they are not even in the pre-packaged packages at the grocery store, which is where they used to be, like in packages like this. Not that I ever bought them in packages like that because I was eating them from bulk because they're delicious. I got Fuzzy Peaches as a consolation prize. We get Kinder Eggs. Yum. So tasty. A Nutella Twix bar. It's like, no. It's so much better than a Nutella. It's, you know, a Nutella Twix bar is a close. It's not, though. It's lighter. It's crispier. It's got, like, coffee crisp. It's like if you hollowed out a coffee crisp, but the outside was still there, and then on the inside you put, like, hazelnut cream, not Nutella, like a cream, like a mocha cream, and then a hazelnut. And then you dipped that whole thing in Nutella. Oh, it's so good. It's more like a coffee crisp than like a Twix to me. I see the Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids are fine, but that's not the same as Sour Keys. Keely, I'm a big fan of sour candy, though. Sour Patch Kids for the win. They are tasty, but they are not Sour Keys. We're not going to eat them. If Laura turns out to be a rooster, he will go to an orchard where he can eat bugs to his heart's desire. If Laura turns out to be a rooster, well, hopefully Laura will be a hen for my rooster, for my sake. Then I can interact with you and still know about it. Louisa, sharing that I will learn how to drive. I'm old for that. Never needed to before. You know what? Your first lessons today, that's very exciting and nerve-wracking, Louisa. I would love to say don't be scared, but as someone who's a confident driver now, it changes nothing. I was very scared on my first lesson, and I was late to do mine as well, Louisa. I only got my license so that I would have an ID when I turned 19 so I could go to the bar on my 19th birthday. Like, true statement. Gotta change up the diet, Frida. I find it helps me more than meds and natural remedies. Do you like papaya? I can't stand sour candy. I love licorice, though. Ew. I mean, good for you. Gross, but also good for you. That's fine. We get Bueno bars and Kinder Joy eggs. Is a Kinder Joy egg different than a Kinder Surprise egg then? Because you guys aren't supposed to have it the same way that we have it. But what are sour keys? It's a sour candy, Maya. Like a Fuzzy Peach, like a sour watermelon, like a Sour Patch Kids. But it's in the shape of like a key. but it's very delicious. Almost double the age. Yeah, but you know what, Louisa? If you didn't need it, you didn't need it, right? Like, I didn't need it because I always had boyfriends in high school who had cars. If you didn't need it because you never needed it, why would you get it? Why would you get a license and drive if you don't need one? It's like just money. For ID. That's the reason I did it. Okay, it says my local Target has a Bueno bar. The next time I go there, I'm going to pick it up. You're going to love it. I promise you're going to love it. But either eat it right away or bring it home and put it in the fridge, because if you're in California and you like take it home and it's in the grocery bag, by the time you get home it's going to be soft and it's not going to be as good as when it is like room temperature. Is Canada open? California is doing fantastic and we are fully open again. No, we're fully locked down. Canada's on fire, Scrappy. You guys had the forest fires last year and now we have the vaccine fires. There is no... I'm not eligible for vaccine yet. Alex isn't eligible. Both of my sisters are, and they have had their shots now, both of them, I think. My mom and dad are both vaccinated. My grandpa is vaccinated. I don't know that all of my uncles and aunts are, but most of the people in that generation here are. But none of us below 45s have been allowed to get vaccinated for the most part. Not in our area anyway. So, unless you're part of, like, my sister's a teacher and my other sister is, like, has to go into work because she's a government worker. Yeah, it's been 98, so everything melts by the time we get home. I figured, right? Like, I'm imagining, like, an Aero bar. You'd have to eat it on the walk to the car because an Aero bar won't re-harden properly, you know? I don't think I'll get vaccinated this year. Really? I think I will. I think it'll probably be, like, July, though. By the time I'm able to actually get vaccinated, I'm thinking July. Hopefully, like, before we get married, we can have at least one dose of vaccine. That would be great. But yeah, no, Canada is not doing well at all. An Aero bar? It's A-E-R-O. The bubbly one. You guys have Aero bars. For sure you have Aero bars. Really? No, you do. It's a Nestle chocolate bar. Good to hear Callie is doing so good. The news cycle isn't giving us crap for news. Yeah, oh sheesh, I was fully vaccinated in February. Okay, rude. Rude. Jealous. I won't be fully vaccinated. Maybe by next February. If you can get dried papaya, it helps settle heartburn. I didn't know that, Keely. Good to know. I don't recall seeing them. The bubbly ones? Really? Bubbly chocolate? It has like bubbles in it. It's not carbonated or anything. July is awfully close. I mean, I'm hopeful, Frida. I'm hopeful. My family is currently quarantining because my brother has it. Oh, geez, quite stressful, not gonna lie. Yeah, Maya, that is stressful. I'm sorry you're going through that, and I hope he's okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Michelina. I got my first dose this week. That's awesome. Everyone born before 2004 can get vaccinated in Poland now. Can you send that here, please? Do live in the best state. People bash us, but we're great. Scrappy. Never heard of it. By the way, fully vaccinated over here. Good job, V. I'm very happy for you. I would really like to be fully vaccinated. That'd be great. You've never heard of Aero bars? I'm confused. I didn't realize that certain candy is. Alex, did you know Aero bars aren't a US thing? They're a Canada thing. Isn't that weird? Anywho, yeah, I will get vaccinated as soon as I can. Laura, you gotta remember that certain states had faster rollouts. Yeah, well, Canada didn't. Canada didn't. We didn't have any fast rollouts at all. First, we were like, haha, we're better than the States. Look at how many cases they've had. Obviously, we didn't go, haha, people are dying. That's awful. But I mean, like, as a country, we were like, we're not that bad. 1 year later, we're on fire. The States is doing fine. Everybody else is doing not fine, but like the States is doing better than us. Canada has so many cases every day. We have so many people, yeah. Because ours wasn't nearly that fast. Oh no, you guys were smug. Oh yeah. Because we were like, the States. But now you guys are going way better and way faster. Which, what can I do? Nestle Crunch bars, yes, delightful. Oh yeah, that's right, Sid. I wonder what American version, because ours wasn't nearly that fast. Certain candies are named different. Oh, true! Vaccine buddies! I remember everyone bashing California, but ha! Look who's laughing now. Yeah, you guys get to go out shopping, and you guys can wear no masks in certain situations. To be honest, though, I think that even if I was fully vaccinated, I'd just wear a mask. Because when I see someone without a mask on, I judge them internally. Even though I don't know, maybe they are vaccinated. But usually I'm like, that's how I feel on the inside. Shopping with no masks, right? I remember everyone bashing. Keely, I'm constantly stressed, panic disorder, ADD, and autism. But fruits, tomato sauce, everything tomato, all citrus, obviously. Yeah, I was going to say I don't know about fine. I'm still pissed they lifted the mask mandate for vax people. I know it's to get more people to get it, but people lie. It depends how many people are around me, then I'll put one on. I'll just wear one because I don't know who's vaccinated, and yeah, you hope that everyone who would be honest, but like I also know that family members of mine I wouldn't trust. My immediate family, sure, but there are extended family members that I would just wear a mask around because I can't be sure that they actually would get the vaccine, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But that's fine. Canada's fine. Everyone in my family is safe. My family member who got sick is out of the hospital now, which is good. Well, it depends where I am. Yeah, totally. Keely, I feel you. I'm constantly stressed. ADHD, anxiety, depression. Myself, I had to keep a good diary for a bit. Yeah, just so that you can keep track of your brain. Am I right? I feel like I'll be wearing masks after the pandemic as well. As time get all the times I got sneezed on. Ridiculous. Right? The things that weren't upsetting before and now you'll never be cool with again. Having someone right behind you in line going like, you're going to be like, were you not here? You can't do that anymore. And the vax keeps you from dying, not from being a carrier and passing it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it does. It lets you not die from it. But totally, when I saw my mom on Mother's Day and she was like, should I be wearing a mask too? And I was like, yeah. She was like, but I've been vaccinated. And I was like, I haven't. Duh. Anyway. But finding ways to help with the stress anxiety has helped the heartburn. I had heartburn yesterday. I didn't realize that's what it was until like way late. What if you have TB? Cover your face. Yeah, or just in general, I don't want your spit near me, and I know that your spit travels farther than it seems. Yeah, right? Now eating cake that some child blew candles on? Children, the germ factories, need to be wearing a mask, but she doesn't. Hold on, who? Sharing birthday cake. Keely, I want to talk with a dietitian. I'm missing something, I think. Especially happens at my job at Joanne's. You need to be wearing a mask, but she doesn't. Where's the first part? Candace, I have a funny story about that. Sharing a birthday cake with someone that blew the candles out. You guys, for my birthday this year, my mom made a cake, and I was there. My dad was there, my mom was there, my sister and her husband, and Alex and me. And we didn't have candles because we weren't planning on blowing out candles, but my mom was like, oh, like I still want the vibe. So they went around the whole house and farm, and they had barbecue lighters and like regular lighters, and each of them held a lighter near the cake. And then we sang, and then I went, and then they let go of the lighters to let them blow out, and it was funny. No candles though. My nephew had his birthday, completely forgot. He blew the candles, and at the same time we all went, oh no! I bet. Fun fact, stress and anxiety release chemicals into the stomach that cause pain, heartburn, indigestion, acid reflux, and constipation. Well, that's great. Acid reflux is the worst because you're like, oh, I'm going to puke. Oh no, I'm just puking a small amount of fire vomit. And it's not enough to puke. It's just a little fire vomit that comes up to here, and then you swallow it back down. It doesn't come up into your mouth. It just comes right to the back of your mouth. If you've never had heartburn before, that's what heartburn is. It's when you do a small amount of fire vomit. Very small amount. Delightful. I'm basically the only one at my work that wears a mask all the time. Yeah, I just would. Always, anyway. Fire vomit, that makes me laugh. That's what acid reflux is, though, because you're not really throwing up, but, like, it is the same vibe. It gives you the same vibe as that, you know? Not my favorite. I'm gonna go now. It's 10. The vet's open. I'm going to find a vet to call. I think I'll just do the one at the bottom of my street. That way I can literally just, like, hopefully go today. Probably not. They probably won't have a spot today. But I'm going to call, and we'll see. My stomach doesn't close properly, so I have sort of constant acid reflux. That sounds the worst. I'm sorry, Frida. I choke on acid. It's awful. Yeah. Anywho, friends, thank you so much for coming. It was lovely to talk to you. Don't forget to like the video before you head out today because it would help. I feel you hugs. Yes, all the hugs. I can't lean forward if I've eaten or drank anything. Yeah, definitely don't, because then you're just going to end up puking by accident. That sounds like a no from me. Everyone, I will be posting pictures of progress on my garden. Yes, definitely, please. I'd love to see it, V. But yes, toodles. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Wash your hands. Be nice to each other. Call the vet if you need to make a vet appointment. And also, I will see you on Wednesday. So tomorrow is Alex's and my 10-year anniversary. So if you send good vibes to people for things, send good vibes to us because we've been together 10 years now. And again, thank you so much to my patrons. If you are not supporting me on Patreon and you would like to, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe.